In 2006, we received a letter from the Oxford Vaccine Group asking mothers in the area who've just had babies if they were interested in participating in a new trial immunising children against meningitis B. My two biggest fears were meningitis and cot death. There were two things that really frightened me about being a new mum, about whether I'd see the signs, and it was always in the news, so I was always really worried that it would happen to us. So when Carys came along and they were talking about this, it was still a big fear for me, and I just thought, if I can have her vaccinated against it, why wouldn't I? And if it helped other children to get the vaccine out there, then I want to be a part of it. What do you know about meningitis B? What did you learn? What can happen?
That you could be really poorly and you could lose legs and arms.
And what else? What's the worst that could happen with meningitis?
You could die.
Yeah. So you're glad that you've...
I'm glad that I took the test.
The vaccination?
Yeah.
I know when I first said I would go ahead with that and was discussing it with other mothers, they were concerned about that I was putting my daughter through something where was there evidence that this vaccine was safe. But I had every faith with what the nurses were telling me from the Oxford Vaccine Group, that they wouldn't put it in a child, they wouldn't use it if they didn't think it was safe, and that the trial was purely to see when was the best time to vaccinate the child against meningitis B. So I had no worries or concerns about putting her through this. In my mind, it was a safe vaccination, and it was all to do with being immune or not. I had that opportunity to immunise my own daughter against something that really I didn't want to impact on our family life, so I did it quite selfishly and had her vaccinated. And the way they treated us as a family, it was lovely. It was a nice experience, and they were always at the end of the telephone if I had any queries, or if Carys's temperature went up, for example. I knew that they were at the end of the phone 24 hours a day, so I had no concerns. And it's nice to know that what we helped the vaccine group do could be brought out for other children, and mothers have that peace of mind.
For parents taking part, these are big decisions, particularly when vaccines are given for the first time in a baby. And we have an enormous debt of gratitude to those families who are prepared to work with us to develop vaccines that can be used to save lives.